Hello everybody and welcome to video 8 of Banished. So let's just get the time rolling here. In the last episode, Demon, one of our children, where is he? Here he is, the demon child, he came along and with him came disease. You can see there's a few people with sickness. It's only 3 of them now. It was like 20 something people. Where is the other one? Oh, they're all in there. Okay, they're all in the hospital. It was a bit of a rush to get the hospital made. I can't believe it, but luckily we didn't have any deaths with the 20-something people. They all cured, and that was even before I got the hospital. So I think the general good health of the people has really helped. We did have one unfortunate death. Well, that was old age, so that's not really too much of a problem. It's not our fault, and we can't do anything about that. Right, let's have a look at it. So iron, we're not very good, stone is not very good, and also wood is very low. We're looking pretty dire with all of our materials. We did have to chop this bit of the forest down very quickly just to try and get some wood for the hospital. And I've just seen the trading post guy has arrived. Oh, we did chop this down here as well actually. I think I might set them to chopping down this forest up here a bit more. Actually, I'll tell you what, first of all, let's just get rid of this stuff here. They can deal with that. We've only got 1 labourer at the moment, 3 builders, 4 labourers now. Everyone else is working on a farm. Right, what is this guy selling? He's selling logs. Now that's quite interesting because I do feel like we need some logs. So if I bought 50 of them, that's 100 value, isn't it? But it's only 50 logs. What's the point in 50 logs? Still, 50 logs. If I trade... How many of these do I need to trade? Well, if I trade 200 of them, that'll get close, won't it? I'm overpaying... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I meant 20. Right. So we need another 525. Of course it's 25. What I'm talking about, 4 times 25 is 100. Right, we'll do that. We'll trade some firewood for some raw wood, which will hopefully will help us out quite a lot. Lady, she better transfer it over fairly quickly. These guys, they're getting coal, which is kind of useful because it's helping the firewood situation. Although I think I might switch it back over to iron because we do need some of that. How's this running? I don't really understand the point of these. Someone else has died of old age. I don't really understand the point of these quarries unless you can put like 30 people in it. Is it ever going to get me a good amount of stone? I just don't know. It has been mentioned with the fishing villages that you need to have as big a coverage around the circle as possible. So where do we go for the fishing? Right, so places like this here could be very good actually because a huge proportion of the circle is in lake, so apparently lakes are very good for that. Small streams do hardly anything, but lakes are very good. So based upon that little tip from a viewer, which I'm very grateful for, I'm thinking that if I can get a couple of fishing sort of huts over here, and apparently not too close to each other, so if I put one here and then maybe one there, that could be quite good. Can't stick one on there, be a bit cheeky and do that? No, that's unfortunate actually. That'd be quite good if I ever find something like that. We could put one there as well maybe, but for now the farm is doing quite well. We've got 6,000 food at the moment. That's going to be going up quite a lot. We've got these guys in this gatherer hut over here. They're doing a blinding job. Absolutely fantastic. Here as well. Very nice job. This is very forested, this area, isn't it? I mean, maybe we could afford to take some wood out of here. Actually, before I do anything like that, I'm thinking that a road across there and then one that comes down here and and then attaches back up to that would be a good idea. And then, what is this? Forester Lodge, okay. Because then I can put another Forester Lodge in here. Perhaps. And also get another hunting cabin. Which is all paused. And a gatherer hut. So this gatherer hut would be taking up that area, which is quite nice. That one takes up that area already, so if we put it on this side and make sure it's taking up the maximum amount of unused forest, that's doing really well. We're sort of cornering this entire region as best we can, obviously with the circles, except for this sort of middle area here. So whereabouts is that middle area? It's just a very small section actually, so it's not really, there's not really any point. So we've got a bit of wood now. We could, I think, build the Forester Lodge. Labourers keep dying. Right, we're going to stop work on all the farms. And we're going to make sure that we can secure a good sort of income of food through our gatherer huts and stuff like that. Now the trouble with this is, where are these guys going to go for storage? This one is absolutely full up to the brim. I could put another one halfway. If I put another road going across, yeah, it's difficult to know sometimes where's best to put the storage barns, because that one's full up, which means they're probably starting to use this one, which is almost full as well. There's one here which is only 22%, but that's... See, this one and this one are getting full up. This one isn't being used hardly at all. So one down here. I want them to always be ferrying food as much as they can in a sort of northeasterly direction. So based on that principle, if we put another storage barn here, these guys down here would use that one. People getting crushed by a rock all the time. There's quite a lot of deaths recently. We're sort of getting a lot of rock deaths. And if this area is going to be doing all these bits as well, we're going to need a few more houses, because otherwise we're going to have issues like what we have here, where people are walking miles to try and get to where they need to work, which just isn't any good. We can't really have that happening. So if I put 3 houses there, and then I put another 1, 2, and then maybe a 3rd house here. This is more just a planning stage for now, what I'm going to do in the future. So they're building that, that's nearly done. Could probably do with another builder actually. Do I really want to not do any farming next year? This is... there's so many things to think about. This down here I think is the next stage actually. Is that Forester Lodge? Yeah, he needs to be up and running and planting all this back. But actually, no, this region here is more important. So we'll turn those off like that. In fact, I am going to put 4 farmers on this farm here to do squash. They can work that. Or this here. We'll do corn in that one there. They can work that. That's fine. So now that we're coming into early spring, that'll be okay. They can work that just fine. So we've run out of clothes there. That's got one person on it, so we'll turn that off. He's still going strong. He's not doing too well, but as good as he possibly can do with the lack of food available. Who's this person? A farmer. Does he not have... Why does he not have a job? Oh, he does now. Okay. We need a school. They're planting, so hopefully that will plant around there. This guy's cutting down, and then we've got two people over here as well, I think. One of them... Wait, why is he not doing anything? I had this problem last time, didn't I? Wait, where are all the Forester Lodge people? No citizens available to work. How come? There's got to be people available to work. What's going on? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Right, now they should be working. So everywhere, all the Forester Lodges are now set up, aren't they? They should be building those two houses down there. And after they've done that, I think I'll get them to do... the storage barn, and then they can build the gatherer hut and stuff over there. Well, this is a... I'll tell you what, when I look at this forest, I just want to chop it all down. I desperately need some sort of more resources. There's a lot of forest to be had around here. Probably cutting all of this down out here would be not a bad idea. Probably could do with a market. If I remember rightly, I was going to be setting up this region as a kind of sort of new village section. It was going to be quite a new village, and I was going to get like more houses all set up down here so that people can work. And that was going to encompass that, because the market doesn't obviously cover this region here. This is kind of going to be the outskirts. It used to be the centre, but I'm going to make everything sort of filter this direction, sort of northeast into this section here, and from the north. And we may even extend up into this region up here. But I'm more inclined to sort of start chopping all of that down and get rid of that as soon as possible. How are we doing in terms of the building, guys? How's it coming on down here? It isn't, is it? You've stopped working. Right, you've got to cut to begin with, because there's plenty of trees there. You can cut. Is there another one here? No, there's no more, is there? We've only put one down. Right, you can just cut all you like. You can plant. Need to make this kind of a bit more sustainable. This forest stuff. As sustainable as I possibly can make it anyway. And all of this iron and stone that's just littered around here, this needs to go. Need to collect all this up as soon as I possibly can. How are these barns doing? That's 100% full. That's almost 100% full. It is. It's amazing really that those two are both completely full. Oh, the trader's back. Ale, eh? Well, that's it's not really... What does he have for me to order here? See, he doesn't have anything good. Purchase. I think I'll just dismiss him. Keep the men working. It's kind of annoying that I need to have... Do I need to have someone in hospital at all times? If I turn that off... Maybe I don't need to have someone in there all the time. Where is the hospital? Physician? That must be it, mustn't it? And he can just go back to being a labourer and start building these houses with people. They're not doing a very good job, are they, at dragging that stuff down? Where are all the logs and stuff being kept these days? We don't really have it. It's all getting kept really far away, isn't it? It's the trouble really, we could do with that being in a better location. This covers this area. But the Forest Lodge is only going to plant up to that area anyway. It's all getting a little bit, I don't know, unmanageable at the moment. I think what needs to happen is they need to actually do something down here. Like, I don't really understand why they're not acting down here, like bringing logs. They haven't even chopped this stuff down yet. More people are being born though, that's a relief at least. See, this stuff, fire logs, oh, just logs are low. The woodworker guy, he's been going a bit crazy, hasn't he? 300 limit. Alright, you've reached your limit, mate, well done. Alright, so they are chopping this down now, but they're not actually building this at all. We've got 9 labourers. I mean, what are they actually doing? What is there for them to do? Have I set them to do something that they're not doing? I'll tell you what I'm forgetting. I need to increase their priority, don't I? If I prioritise them down here, then they'll actually do some work down here. Oh, don't tell me that's what they're doing. They're just building the pathway. Because once we get these up and running, people don't have to walk like 20 miles to get to where they need to be. See, this is alright, because this house is perfect. This one could do with not going that far, and this one could definitely not do with going like this distance. These ones, again, this is so stupid. The quicker they get these houses built, the better it'll be for everyone. Okay. Right, they finished farming at least. Food is looking really nice. I mean, food is doing really well these days. It's kind of it's fairly steady, I suppose. We'll not work that. We'll work that one instead. That can be a squash this time. If we just sort of go around them, do a couple of seasons here, couple of seasons. By the time they get back around, that's 4 seasons that they've been waiting for. So that's going to help them quite a lot. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call that the end of video 8. So let me know how you think it's going. Give me any hints and tips as usual, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.